tuning into my channel today. I am very excited to be here right now. This will be my very first video on YouTube, let alone BookTube. And I wanted it to be an introductory video so you guys can get to know who I am. I can express myself to you guys, and you guys will know what to expect from my channel from here on out. Now, before I get started, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and make sure to turn on the post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, a little introductory about myself. I am from Tampa, Florida. I'm 28 years old, and I am a brand new mommy to a sweet, amazing little boy. He is 2.5 months old right now, and I couldn't be any happier. A backstory of who I am: I actually grew up playing competitive sports. My primary sport was softball, but I also dabbled a little bit in basketball and ran track. But like I said, my primary sport was softball, and I actually went all the way to play through college with a scholarship. So that helped pay for a lot of my schooling, and it was amazing. I really loved playing college softball. I wouldn't have traded it for anything in the world. But once college softball finished, I was kind of lost and did not know what to do with my life. So I came back home from school, and I waited about 1.5 years until I got back into school to become a physical therapist assistant, and that's what I do right now. Actually, that is my career, and I love it so much. It's very fulfilling, and I actually love to work in the demographic of the geriatric population. They're really amazing, they're funny, and they really have great stories to tell. Aside from softball and physical therapy being the big staples that I do in my life, I also love the hobby of reading, which is why I made this YouTube channel in the first place. My inspiration for making this reading focused YouTube channel was actually to rekindle my love for reading. I actually do post a bulk of my reading content on my TikTok, and I will leave the link down below to my TikTok in the description. But I've been reading for now about 2 years, and I love it. And it's really great to see a woman of color like myself in this reading space, because we really don't get thrown into the limelight as much as we should and as much as we deserve to. So I want to be an advocate for women of color like myself and Afro-Latina to be able to express who I am in the reading community, and hopefully you guys will be inspired to do the same as well. My viewers like yourself can expect obviously reading content from my channel, and the bulk of my reading selections will be from indie authors, mostly indie authors of color, because to be honest, they don't get the recognition that they deserve. And half of the time, their books are better than the mainstream books that you see circulating through BookTube, BookTok, and just the book community in general. That's why creators like myself will be advocating for those authors who are not in the mainstream, who want to get their work out there to people like you and myself and many others, so that they can get the recognition that they deserve. Now, a bit about my reading background. As a child, I actually read very often. I was an avid reader pretty much all through elementary school, and for no good reason at all, I just stopped reading. I don't have an explanation for it. In my teenage years and going into high school, I really didn't pick up a book at all for leisure. It was mostly for the required summer readings that were given to us in high school. But just to go to the library, like, hey, I just want to go pick up a book to read, that was not me, not at all. It was actually in the midst of COVID when I just randomly decided to pick up a book. I was scrolling on TikTok, and It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover popped up on my feed, and I was like, it's a pretty book. It looks girly, it looks cute. So I ordered it on Amazon. Very naive of me. And I didn't even look up the trigger warnings. I didn't know what trigger warnings were at all. So I just went into the book blind, read it front to back. I loved it. Really triggered because of the content that was within the book. But that's neither here nor there. And from there, the rest was history. Directly after reading the Colleen Hoover book, I ordered a 3-book series called The Brown Sisters by Talia Hibbert, and it was not my favorite. I'm sorry if you love that series, good for you, but I'm not a fluffy romance reader at all. I could care less about the genre. Again, I didn't know anything about tropes or genres such as that, so I just saw a Black woman on the cover. I was like, fuck it, I'll read it. Ordered it, and I read the first 2 books, didn't read the third. It's a good series if you love fluffy romances, but it was just not for me. To piggyback off of my previous point, my favorite authors at the current moment are Black indie authors. For example, Octavia Grant, she's amazing, brilliant writer. Chris Clover and Elle Kaysen, just to name a few. Now, these 3 amazing authors write urban fiction and urban romance books, and the plot lines of these books are fucking insane. You guys have to go check out their back catalog. Read everything that they write. It's really amazing, and most of these books are on Kindle Unlimited. Additionally, other genres that I do like to read are thrillers, murder mysteries, and horrors. I really got into horror this year. I haven't read many horror books, but I have dabbled into a few. If you want to watch those videos on my TikTok, please click the link below so you can see some of my reviews. The reason I like reading those genres is, first of all, because of the angst, and secondly, because of the drama that will really draw you in, and you won't want to put the book down till you finish it. Now, the focus that I have for my channel will obviously be giving you guys book reviews, book recommendations, and I want to do realistic reading vlogs for you guys, especially as a full-time mom to an infant. It's not going to be as luxurious and lavish like you may see some other content creators make. My footage is going to be raw and real, and you're going to see the trials and tribulations that I have as a mom, trying to, be myself again and stick to my hobby that I have loved for a couple years now again. So I want to continue reading as a mom and keep my life going. I would love for my audience and my viewers to be totally immersed and engaged in my content, so please do not hesitate to comment down below your favorite book recommendations, favorite authors or favorite genres, and themes that you would like to see on my channel. And just because the primary focus of my channel will be indie authors, I am still more than welcome to accept any author recommendations or book recommendations, popular books that you guys have that you would love for me to read as well. That is everything about me in a nutshell. I really appreciate you guys watching my very first video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, like the post, share it, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you get notified every time that I post. I'll see you guys next time.